I filmed an entire video and I realized that my microphone was not on. So I am now refilming this. So take two. So I wanted to share with you guys what I am currently using and what is my EDC. So I was having a little bit of a rings FOMO and I pulled out my plotter. Um, I do have a lot of rings left, rings planner cover left. I just didn't really feel like setting up an entire planner, printing out inserts, and filling 20, 25, or even 30 rings anymore. I just don't have that patience. So if you guys were following me before, you guys know that I was using my Hobonichi weeks and I just needed a little break from my weeks. I still love my weeks very, very much, but I just needed a break. So I went ahead and pulled out my Bible size plotter, which you guys have probably seen on my Instagram or here on YouTube, that it's been like arm's reach. Um, just haven't really used it completely. So I am using this. I have spent most of this week back planning because I really love looking at a full planner for the whole year at the end of the year. And if you're not familiar, this is the plotter. I got this like 2.5 years ago when this was out, and I believe this came out as a limited edition. And I bought it, like I said, 2.5 years ago, and I absolutely love it. I'm so glad I got this because I love this olive green so much. I did add the crane patch. This is actually from Baumkuchen, and it is adhesive, so you can actually just stick it, or you can actually bring it into them and they could stitch it on for you. So this is what I have here. The only thing that I will say I am not particularly in love with is the challenge of finding inserts that I like, or even I have inserts that I like, and fitting them in here. So the rings here are probably around 11 mm. It's very, very small. So I want to say they're almost like the size of a Louis Vuitton planner, super small. I think the Louis Vuitton, you can actually buy a Krause rings and change it to like a 20 with their pocket, but this is probably a 10 or 11. It's tiny. And what I did like about it is that it is tiny at the same time because you can just use what it's supposed to be, which is, um, your monthly and your weekly, and there's just not a lot of other stuff that you feel obligated to stuff. So this is what I have in here. I have my workout tracker, which is a trifold pulled out. I have the plotter inserts, the plotter monthly and the plotter weekly, a couple of project pages in the back, and my password. And that's pretty much it. I tried printing my own inserts and the flip just wasn't flipping very well, and that was driving me nuts. So I basically just used my plotter monthly and my weekly. I've seen other people use other inserts. I just like my full year in there, so I just caved and gave up, um, killing trees and printing inserts that I just do not want to use. Anyway, so this is from Peanuts Planner Co. This is a trifold. This is probably one of my all-time favorites inserts. It is a trifold. You can use it however way. I use this as my rings tracker, my move ring tracker. So these stickers are from Shady Pines Paper Co. And every time I close all 3 rings, I reward myself with a sticker. And this just gives me an idea how good I have been the previous year. So you can see January, February, I was terrible at closing rings. I started really focusing on it in March. And when I did really well in March, I did even better in April. May, I kind of fell off, and I'm getting back on not being so good in June. But what's really funny about this is that I'm actually really good at exercising, at completing my exercise goals. I just didn't move enough to close my move rings. So if I didn't close all 3 rings, I don't get a sticker. So just really motivates me to try to close all 3 rings. Anyway, so that's that. And then these are the inserts from Plotter. The paper is super smooth. I do like it. Um, I just took me a while. It just took me a while to get used to it. So this is January. You can see that I also have to kind of help. So I have the full monthly in here as well as the full year of weeklies in here. So, and you're just enough. There's not a lot of room to give. So I back planned January, and this is all my January, my February, my March, April, May, and then there's June. And what I do right here in my monthly are appointments that I've had. I was taking a tax class in January, so I wrote down all the sessions that was happening that month, and my bills, obviously, baby shower, any special appointments. Same goes every month. So my June, and then this is July. And then August, I'm going to Stationery Fest. So I've blocked out that whole week. And that was also the weekend of my birthday. It's been a while since my birthday landed on a Saturday. And I'm also going to San Francisco Pen Show. I'm also a vendor, so I have to block out this weekend as well. So that's my monthly. And then you're going to hit into your weeklies. I did go back and back plan my weekly, and I referenced this to my A5 Han to actually just remember what happened back in January. So this is mostly appointments, and this side is mostly my to-do list. And then even like, look at this. I did cut little slits just so that I can tear it out often, not often, but easily. But it is, the flip sometimes do, come out of the rings. So I did back plan as much as I can. And you can see even the flipping in like April, it's a little tough. I just love the sound of paper that's being used. I don't know what it is. And I've kind of kept it pretty consistent. And I started pulling this out this weekend, which is Memorial Day weekend, May 27th. And I did plan this whole week, and this is next week. Oops. And then in the back here, like I said, this I have the full year, and this goes all the way to end of December 2024. Then I have this book band where it kind of has that band and holds it together. And these are project list, I guess, from Plotter. I like how it kind of covers. So this one actually has all my Reels ideas, YouTube ideas. I talk to Rose a lot. She's in the UK, so we would text and throw ideas out, and then if I don't write them down, I won't remember them, and our text is too long for me to scroll all the way back. So this is my ideas section, and this is my password section. And a page lifter with a pen holder, and that's pretty much it. This is my EDC, and It is nice and thin. It houses everything that I kind of need. There's notes pages. There's my weeklies. There's my monthlies. If I need to pre-plan anything, write down appointments, it's all in here. I have shelved my weeks for a little bit, so we shall see. I would love to come back in 60 days, 90 days to share with you how far I've gone with this and whether I'm moving out of my plotter and decided I need more space. But at the moment, unless there's major life change, I can see myself using this for a while, at least for the next 3 months. So I'll come back and do another review as to what I love and don't love about it. So, anyway, let me know in the comments below if you have a plotter and how you actually use it. I find it so difficult for me to go on YouTube and find somebody using plotter as their EDC or day planning. I find a lot of people do use it as a notebook or the sketch. I just want to use it as a planner, like actual monthly, weekly planner. So that's what I'm trying out. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon.